side. You can see the plan. Not easy to execute for Kalimullah. Oman, the wheels are well and truly off here.
Yeah, they're there. We were talking about 140, 150 a little bit earlier, Lenny. They're going to get well past this now. They're looking at 170, 180. You would have to say from here on forth the way Gulshan Jai is going. 35 off 13. You're 100% correct, Lenny. It's very difficult once you go through a hard time, not scoring any runs. It's all-rounder as well, so you've got both assets to play with, but just that confidence. And the one thing with runs will lead into his bowling as well, so he'll go into that innings with the confidence. You just need to turn it off sometimes, don't you?
Also, you think about the fact he's still a teenager. He's played, we're just talking about this format firstly, he's played 33 times, 34 if you include today. This has gone a long way up. I think it's going to just about land safely. I wouldn't exactly call that an inspirational effort from Cali Kale, and great running from Gulshan Jai gets him back for 2. In those 27 innings now, across the 34 games, have a look at this. He's batted 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So it can't be easy, particularly for someone so young, to adjust to all those different things. It really can't. And you see the partnership here, 47 off 18.
Again, 37 of those to Gulshan Jai, 37 off 14. And I think he's given Kushal Patel some confidence as well, the way he's come out and struck this ball. But you're right, the only consistency there is change, isn't it? You don't know where you're going to bat, and he's come in.
Talk about how difficult that is, particularly as a young cricketer. But for him to have that, I suppose, dexterity, that flexibility to be able to adjust and adapt to a situation. Okay, he didn't get his side over the line ultimately against South Africa, and that was where the biggest microscope was. There was hundreds of thousands of fans gathered in public parks across all of Nepal, dreaming of a first ever win over a Test nation, and you couldn't come closer. It probably the game of the whole tournament in many ways. But for him to have that resilience, to come back, play the way in which he has here, it shows a great self-belief. It also shows, I think he's got good people around him, and Monty Desai, who manages these young men so cleverly, so tenderly, and with such compassion. I know it's been a difficult period, 160 games without a win. There's going to be brighter days ahead. Kalimullah wants the LBW. He's almost imploring the umpire. But given not out, wait for the signal. Given his leg, boys. What happened here, Arslan? Did he get outside the line, maybe?
Yeah, we'll have a look. See if we can have a look here in a second. But Kalimullah, he was pleading. He wants that wicket. Just have a look. Yeah, it certainly looks well. That's going to miss 6 stumps, in my opinion.
Good decision again. He's been exceptional. I tell you, the 2-hole umpire has been very impressed with him.
Arnold Mandela has been doing it for a long time here. Doesn't say much, does he?
61 years of age. He's looking great. How is he in his 60s? I thought he was in his late 40s.
Hey, he looks great. He looks great, doesn't he?
He's looking good.
We'll be happy if we look like that in 61.
I can assure you I'm not going to look as good as Arnold Mandela looks. If I get to my 60s, look at all the air miles I'm clocking up, I might not even get there. This has been an expensive over. Lots of extras. And we saw, again, Canada and Nepal exceptional with that yesterday. They kept things very, very tight. I think Oman, a little bit like Nepal, they're going through a difficult period. They might be getting the game taken away from them here. This one squirts away. Should be a couple more. So he's already moved to 39 from just 15 deliveries. What an impact he's had in this game. It's 149 for 5. 50 partnerships up, and it actually came in just 19 balls, now 52 off 20. How good has this been, particularly from Gulshan Jai?
You might say that what Matt said yesterday, TSN turning point. This might be a TSN turning point for Nepal. This partnership has really put him in the ascendancy, you would have to say. Being asked to bat first, being asked to put a score on the board, this partnership has taken them over what you would say is a par total on this wicket. And it's just looking to get more and more. Put the real pressure on Oman.
I was also talking to Matt yesterday about the kind of one big over that can change the game, and you just sense that. Going to be 4 more. Every must go right now, and Bertel is showing a little bit of form in his new role in the middle order. And these men and women in the crowd, they are euphoric.
You've brought up the 160 days, Lenny. It has never been about ability. It has been a little bit mental. You would have to say some of those demons have come in. They've got precariously close on a number of occasions. As Canadian fans, anytime there's a close Canada-Nepal game, Nepal always ends up on top. So I was a little bit satisfied that we were able to get over the line. You brought up the South Africa game. They've been close. They've been so close. They just need that one game, and you can see them just kicking on from there, especially for a young side. That confidence is going to breathe through that squad.
150's come up now as well. Gets away with a clever piece of bowling, bowled into the surface, just giving us the one for the over. Yeah, I had a good chat to Monty Desai this morning, actually, and we were, being honest with you, we were mainly talking about, well, just how distressed both of us were about a place that we both adore, Kathmandu and Lalapur, the twin cities that make up the capital, the devastation back there. We're mainly talking about that, but he did say to me at the end, and you know something, one of the big things I always try to say to my boys, it's not necessarily about the results. That's obviously what attracts the attention. It's all about how we carry ourselves, how we conduct our processes, and the development that we're making. And I think he's continuing to see that development, as really aggressive running from Bertel is going to get them back not just for 2, but they'll get back for 3. That's one of the biggest cheers of the day. There's nothing quite like an overthrow to get the crowd going, and that is going to be given as 3 runs, maybe some bat involved.
I'm not too sure if Kushal Bertel got anything on that, but he's got the runs to his name. Yeah, a little comedy there in the end. They come through for 3. I'm fast, but he's not a happy camper right now out there, I'll tell you that.
We were calling them, what were we calling them? The baddie in the movies, weren't we? The villain, Ahmed Fayez.
Let's have a look here. Did you get anything on this, Lenny?
Don't know. I think if anything, it's might have flicked the pads, but ultimately it's given us runs. Bertel will take them. I actually like that aggressive piece of running. You might have said, okay, well, hold on, I would have been out with a direct hit, but they've got wickets in hand, they've got Tapendra Singh Ari up their sleeve, and they turn 1 into 3. Just a slight break in play. All of a sudden, the wheels well and truly off, aren't they, for Oman? There's been some good bowling, but for me, I think their fielding's let them down, those drop catches, and look at the economy rates of everyone, really, with the exception of Ishan Maksud. Is that a miscount? Why is he only bowled 3 overs?
Yeah, you would have to say it is one that I think they wanted to get the balls in, and the other one that they've been really let down by is that 1 over from Rafiullah. He was somebody they're looking for. Came in from Mehran Khan. We saw what Mehran Khan did at the World Cup, especially in the middle and death overs. He was somebody that Oman counted on, and he's just been nobody that they could rely on at all. There he's the first drop catch from the man that's with the ball in hand right now. The first over.
I go for that when he had to go to Anzi. I know you were on call at the time. We're going to come back live with you. That was the second drop catch. Because it's a perfect Yorker. That's where they're trying to nail it, the depth. They're trying to hit that block hole. Almost impossible to play when you get it right. Get a look at the second drop catch. This, for me, was more unforgivable and a completely, just a misjudgment in the deep, wasn't it?
Yeah, just absolutely no balance in that whatsoever. That's a replay Khalid Gill will not want to watch later, I'll tell you that, Lenny.
The only thing I'll say is, on this outfield, it is quite undulating, and it can be difficult to kind of get you. It's a bit up and down, isn't it? And it's a bit soft, quite heavy out there too.
Lenny, we're playing international cricket.
I'd have called that.
I'd have my money on the ball.
Whipped into the leg side, protection out there, so should just be a single this time. Can Oman chase this down if Nepal end up with, let's say, 170?
They've got the ability. You wouldn't put them out of it. The one thing I've learned about associate cricket, and I think you know this better than anybody, do not count your eggs before they hatch.
No.
What's the saying there? I'm going to ruin it, but your chickens before they hatch. There we go. I think that's it.
Well, Manali Patel's claiming that it's don't count the chickens before that. So that's probably wrong then.
Yeah, great.
It'll be some Canadianism.
You've got Lambu Dai on your side. I'm going to be on Manali's side here. He's 100% right.
I love the Lambu Dai shade. Don't count the maple syrup
When the sap runs.
Okay. Gotta get some maple syrup before I go home. Final ball of the 19th. Full toss, up down the ground with protection out there. Gonna be just 1 over remaining. Is a 9-run 19. It's 58 for 5.
TD is supporting cricket in more ways than ever. Because because we believe Canada needs more cricket. Hassan! TD, ready for you.
So 1 over remains. 158 for 5. It's the highest score of this No Frills T20 Cup. And Nepal will be looking to finish in some grand style. They'd love 170 plus. They might even be thinking of 175. It's been, well, a virtuoso performance. Yes, credit to Kushal Bertel for the way he's teamed up with Gulshan Jha. But the youngster, the teenager, he's completely changed this match, hasn't he?
He certainly has. He's put all the momentum on Nepal's side. He's taken them over a par score. He's put them in the lead here, you'd have to say. Just a change of tactics here from Akif Ilyas. Halimullah, he had his hat off. He was ready to come in and
on the distance, isn't it?
surprised this morning they left out Imran Khan. I would have to say he didn't have a great time in the ODIs.
Yeah,
this is his format.
This is him. This is T20 cricket. He had a brilliant World Cup. Absolutely outstanding World Cup. And that was Oman's last T20Is. And that was in what was a pretty disappointing campaign, probably barring the thrilling tie against Namibia. They did have a really good innings against Australia too, in fairness. They restricted Australia very heavily. In fact, they could well have won that game at some stages of it. Shakil Ahmed will come in to bowl his fourth. Bertel will look to hit straight, you would suspect. Comes across it, protection out there, and holes out. That's a good catch held in the deep, and an interesting celebration. Maybe one of quiet down, Nepal fans. We've had enough cheering from you.
That's Imran Khan out there, isn't it? And he was right in front of the hospitality tent against the Nepal fans, and he was having a long conversation with them. So I agree, but Kushal Bertel looking to go over the top. It's a big boundary. That's the bigger boundary for the right-hander. Yeah. I like it, Lenny. He's adding a little spice to the competition.
6 wicket falls. It is 158 for 6 as Bertel, he departs for 20.
You were asking for him a little bit earlier there, Lenny. Devinder Singh Ari, he's going to walk out there now. He's got 5 balls. But you've got to say, you probably maybe push for the single and just let Gulshan Jha have the last 4 deliveries.
Yeah, I think it's a funny one, isn't it? Devinder Singh Hari is a man who's hit 6 sixes and over. He can clear any boundary anywhere in the world, but actually his job here, because of the fact that it's Shakil Ahmed bowling and the hot streak that Gulshan Jha's on, he's got to get a single, and he's so quick. He can any bats on ball here, basically to anywhere in the 30-yard circle is one. So no need to have a swing. Just get some bat on it and get Gulshan Jha on for the last 4 balls. That is not a particularly clever piece of cricket, I have to say. Just need to drop and run. Irie's maybe the fastest in the world game. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah,
good start from Ahmed.
And again, the momentum has been on their side for the last 4 overs since we've come on air, Lenny.
Tries to get 6. He may well have got it down the ground. He says, Lenny, you eat your words. I'm going to pongo him all the way for a maximum. What a strike from the one and only Tapendra.
What do we know, Lenny? What do we know? There's a reason we're here and they're out there, Lenny. And Devinder Singh Ari says, I'll launch this over the top. Short boundary there, gets it over the sight screen, and we might have to get another ball on field.
I do think this is something Nepal have throughout the order. I know there's been in different performances, lots of starts from their batters. They have definitely made a conscious decision to try and hit straighter. And that is reading the conditions. They're finally adjusting to those conditions and recognising, hold on, we've got a big disparity with the boundary distances, particularly from this end. I also think it's a misstep from Oman, bowling the 20th and final from this end. 57 metres is all it is straight, where he goes bang for 6. He's going to go bang again. This is massive. Oh, it's out of the ground. It's over the retaining net. New balls, please, the call. Irie. Oh, yes.
Irie the 9-ball 50 he had. He doesn't need that today. He just wants to keep launching them for 6. And he's doing it so well. You're right, Lenny. They're heading straight. And I thought that might be the advantage for them. He spent a lot of time here in Canada over the last few months. And look at this. Bang goes Deepinder Singh Hari.
That is right out of the screws. That retaining net there, never great with height. It's probably about 20 meters high, if not maybe 25. And that has gone soaring not only over at Arsalan, but actually continuing to go up as it goes by it. And that is an extraordinary stroke. And look at the swagger of Deepinder Singh Hari. You have to love the Tiger. He's at it again.
What a brilliant cricketer he is. Bat ball in the field. He's dynamic, and he's showing us why. 170 for 6 now, Lenny. 19.4, 2 balls to go. Can he go again? I suspect he will go again. He's not going to slow down here. It's a brilliant effort from Deepinder Singh.
Well, 170 is crossed, and this is much more like it. And I'll tell you something, the curation team here are going to breathe a heavy sigh of relief. They thought it was an excellent pitch yesterday. They couldn't understand why it was 120, played 110. It's been very different today, and credit to them for sticking with the same surface. 2 balls remaining. Hari is going to get 4 more. 6-6-4. What a little cameo. He says to Monty Desai, don't hide me away at number 8. I need more balls than that. This is a brilliant finish from Nepal.
Deepinder Singh Hari, he's throwing the kitchen sink, the oven, everything at that one. Just gets the top at the edge. Zishan Maqsood had no chance. 4 more runs to the total. 1 ball to go here. This is going again, buddy. There's no chance. This is going again.
Well bowled, Shakil Ahmed. I think they'll probably try and run 2. And Deepinder Singh Hari is so quick. Look at him. He's going to get there. It's quite ridiculous how fast he is, and he'll sprint off with a swagger in his step as he's pumped 18 from just 5 deliveries. Who are we to say he should have taken a single? That has answered that for us. What a flying finish. A phenomenal assault from Nepal across the final 5 overs. We were talking about them aiming to maybe try and get up to 140 or ideally 150, but remarkably